All right, so thanks for tuning in again as we continue with our Importel saga and all their great brands. Up next on this particular session, we've got a pretty interesting one. Big product lineup and a really interesting opportunity, especially with the way they've segmented this brand out. We had the opportunity to catch up with Euphoria during a previous CMA Live, and I'm really happy to have them back. But before that, let's get our co-captain for this voyage, Kelly Hawley, Director of Sales for Importel, to give us some updates and to set the stage of the relationship between Importel and Euphoria. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Long time no see.
Yeah, long time.
I like how you changed that background real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. We got to keep it looking good in there, right?
That's tricky. I like that. Okay, now we're deep into Importel land now, and we're about to go through a line that, I'm going to say some dealers might not have heard of yet, specifically the Euphoria brand. And I think there's good reason behind it. And I think we're about to blow it, the doors off the barn. And that's how I feel about it. How do you feel?
I feel exactly the same. We started back with the Euphoria line a few years ago. It intrigued us heavily because of its internet presence or lack of internet presence, its profitability to the dealer, its product mix from everything from, powerful amplifiers, higher end speakers, everything from pro audio right through to, it's a full brand. It covers everything off. Mini amplifiers are in there, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, we're excited about this brand. We're excited about where it's going and where it's heading within the marketplace.
Yeah, and I think it has a really unique place in your menu for dealers to take a look at. And with Ernie coming out, I know he's going to touch on key things like the culture behind the brand, the protection, the mechanisms in place to protect the dealers, and really the momentum that it has. So why am I doing his job? Because he can outsell me, 3-1. But let's get him on. His name is Ernie Welch, and he is the National Sales Manager for Euphoria. Welcome to CMA Industry Week, Ernie.
Hey guys, look, it's great to be here. Ben Wu, the funnest name to say in the industry, and Kelly Hawley, the man with 2 girl names. I love it.
I love it. I knew this was going to be fun. This hour's going to pass too fast. This hour is going to pass way too fast. Ernie, you're obviously very passionate about your product. I had a taste of that the last time we were on, but now this is not 10 minutes, bro. We now got like an hour to dive deep. And I want to extract every little nugget the dealers need to know about this brand, why you're so excited about it, why there's such a momentum behind it. So I don't know where you want to start. I'll kind of preface this by introducing who you are, and maybe we'll jump onto some presentation because we definitely want a product overview.
Okay. Well, Kelly did a great job kind of summarizing who we are to them in Canada and the relationship we have with those guys. And we go back a long way with Importel, and that relationship's been really solid. They got a unique position with Euphoria up there. And we talked a little bit about this in the past, but we'll hit on it again. Euphoria inside the DB Research family of brands is designed to be more of a dealer direct type of product. And the things that a direct dealer is looking for are those protections. And Kelly mentioned a minute ago with things like the internet. So there's a lot of things that come inside that, but not being able to be found on the internet, I think really was one of those things that attracted Importel to us whenever we made this relationship happen. And it just adds a lot of value all the way down the line to distribution, to retailer, to consumer, to have that protection and not be found on the internet all the way around. But Euphoria does come from the DB Research brand, and that's a family of brands that we have. We're from down in South Texas, so we've got our finger on the pulse of what's happening down south with all the exciting new products that are inside this brand that we're going to talk about. Now, just to summarize again what Kelly's talking about, and I really want to drive this point home, is in Canada, Importel is the source. They're the place that you go to get this product. We drive a lot of the business. We drive all the business through these guys, and they have the unique position of having a brand that isn't distributed all over the place, that a dealer can purchase in the manner that they need to purchase, instead of saying, hey, I need a $15,000 buy-in, or you need this program to save 1 point. Importel is known to be a very easy to work with type of company. And having Euphoria in their bag, their mix, just makes that relationship easier for them to work with their dealers.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, agreed.
And now, before we get started on the whole overview of things, what has your feedback been so far, Kelly, from customers?
The Euphoria brand has been very well received. Most of our customers or dealer base that actually have already dived into the Euphoria brand realize this isn't a Me Too brand. It's not like a lot of the Me Too stuff out there. This is well engineered, well built, bulletproof performance product. This stuff works incredibly well with great margin for the dealer. And when they start playing and using it, we get that feedback all the time. I can't believe this makes this much power for this kind of money. Like it's incredible. It sounds good. Like I said, I got to keep going back to, and with our dealers, we always go back to, it's not a Me Too product. It's a very well engineered product brand.
I'm excited to get into it. I don't know about you, but I'm sure the guys tuning in definitely want to see what Euphoria has to offer top to bottom. I understand you may have a presentation for us, Ernie.
I do. I got a little something we'll throw up. We'll step all over the place today, but I got a one of these super amazing PowerPoints that took me 3 weeks to build. That would probably take somebody else about 3 minutes.
But that you're very proud of, and that you want.
I'm very proud of this. I'm expecting
a
positive feedback. I'm expecting people to give me bonus points because I'm doing this. So we'll get this thing up
20%
here.
increase on that next order from Importel because it's so good.
That's what I'm expecting.
There you go.
That's what I'm expecting.
All right, let's get going.
I'm working on it.
Let's go ahead and do full screen on that, Ernie. And you know what? Do me a favor, make sure you quit all your other apps so that we get full 100% processing power dedicated to us.
Got it. They are done, and here we go.
All right.
Let's look at this fancy banner. So one thing that we're super happy and proud of this year is these EWX enclosures. I'm sure you guys can see that now. The EWX base crates. What we've done, and we left this highlight on here, if you can see that woofer that's down there, that's got our EXPW subwoofers inside this preloaded. And one thing that we didn't want to do, like Kelly said, we didn't want to create just another Me Too type of product that's out there. So we built something that gave exceptional value in a preloaded enclosure. And we also kept this line very consumable for a dealer, meaning that I don't have 50 different preloaded enclosures. I've got a single 8, I got a double 8, I got a double 12, and then I got a truck box. Inside this box, you're going to find that we got that high quality MDF construction that you want to see inside there, a double layer front baffle. So when that sub's humping, you're not going to have any flex issues or breakage issues. And that's really important also during shipping, that woofer maintains integrity inside the box when it's getting thrown around. The woofer is countersunk, just a little bit of an extra step that we take there. And we use T-nut fasteners, not just screws. So this thing has holding capacity, again, during shipping or during playing, when this thing's actually performing, that it holds inside that box really well. You're not going to have vibration issues. You're not going to have flex issues, and again, during shipping. So instead of just screws, we're using those T-nut fasteners. We factory tuned the vent, so you don't have to worry about doing anything like that. Whenever that box comes to you, this is a plug and play type scenario. Nothing crazy going on where some different boxes required people to do different things to them. This thing comes ready to go out of the box. We do use a spring-loaded terminal. These things are selectable between 1 ohm and 4 ohm. I forgot to type 4 ohm, but that's what they are. You can go between 1 ohm and 4 ohm on those. Really nice looking plush carpet on these, embroidery on the top. Even though this is a value brand, this is a type of product that you expect to see from something that is much higher end, that costs a lot more than what this product is. So when we say value, we're not saying cheap. we're saying value. We're saying we're giving you more for your dollar inside of Euphoria. So this is going to compete with anything that you would see out there, the badgings, the performance, and the look on these preloaded enclosures. And Kelly and Importel does a really good job with these. They're very compact in their design, meaning that you don't need to have your entire trunk given up to one of these guys. Moving on, take a look at our full range Class D amplifiers. Very, very proud of these guys. Kelly mentioned these guys a minute ago, these amplifiers. Again, just carrying on with the performance of what these things, lots of power in a small package here. We offer these in a 4, 5, 6 amplifier lineup. And then we also offer this in a mini amplifier setup that comes with just 4 amplifiers. Again, a lot of punch in the package. We do a 4-layer double-sided PCB. And again, when we're talking value, we're not talking cheap. We do all the extra things that you need to maximize your performance out of these products. So by having that 4-layer double-sided PCB, what you're doing there, guys, is you're isolating your signal paths. So you keep your current and your audio separate inside the amplifier, and that helps to reduce the noise inside. That helps to reduce any noise that would be produced by the amplifier. And those are some of the steps that not everybody would take in this type of product at this price. Again, we're talking value, not cheap. So we're giving you all of the high-end performance features in a much less expensive package. 4-gauge power wire inputs on these things, so you're going to be able to feed them plenty of juice to get them going. We include the remote bass control inside the box.
Oh,
so yeah, these amplifiers are just built and ready to go.
Yeah.
Neo Series subs. Probably one of the most anticipated 2 products that we've had is these 6 and 8 inch subs that we came out with. These guys are a Neo woofer. And again, they're coming in as 6 and an 8. The motor design is an N38 neodymium motor. And why does that matter? And again, I don't want to be one of these guys that just throws stats up on a sheet or reads from a catalog, because I'm a sales guy. I need to know why this matters. So this motor, this N38 neodymium, it's the perfect grade of Neo. And one of probably the most important feature here is that you can avoid heat issues if you use the right grade of Neo. So if I'm selling or I'm buying something that says Neo, the grade of Neo is very important to me, because if it's wrong, maybe it's not as efficient. Or if it's wrong in another way, maybe it holds on to too much heat. So we designed to give you the most efficient, smallest motor that's possible, that needs less power, but still maintains the integrity and avoids all the issues that you have with the heat. And that's what that N38 neodymium does inside this woofer. That pulp fiber reinforced cone, this is not reinventing the wheel, but this is the way that you can balance strength with lightness and still maintain rigidity inside the cone. The multi-layer foam surround. So again, that failure point that a lot of folks might see in other types of products is not going to happen with this, because we use an upgraded multi-layer foam surround. Progressive dampeners, those spiders. So when this woofer, which can handle a lot of power, is flexing and playing hard, it's going to maintain its linear needs during high excursion. So whenever that speaker's moving a lot, that spider is going to maintain its strength and integrity when that thing is flexing at maximum excursion. We're really proud of these 2 woofers, and we offer these in a 2-inch dual 4-ohm voice coils. Good looking black cone. And
I gotta say that the basket is very unique and sexy.
Thank you. And we look for these things that are going to stand out. Again, like I keep praising Kelly here, but it's not Me Too product. This is stuff that we own. This is stuff that gives a salesperson or a consumer something different to look at and have in their vehicles.
I mean,
and
yeah.
So I go back to when Ernie talks about value. We're not talking about value as in we're like he says, we're not an inexpensive brand. We got value added features to all our products that make us worth more in the end when you look at the product, and they're very reasonably priced.
Well, I'm looking at very high-end features. I'm looking at a custom design, proprietary design basket, right? I don't know what that material is, but it looks sexy. I'm looking at the stitched cone, dual stitched cone. This looks hardcore, and it looks like it could take a whack of power. That's what it says to me. I have no idea what this costs, but that's what it says to me.
They're free for you, Ben Wu.
Well, done on video. You know this is being recorded, or you have your email.
That's okay. You get a hold of Kelly. He has them waiting for you. So
yeah, they're in stock and shipping now. These Neo,
Oh,
the Neo series woofers.
Well, here's something cool about these guys. These two woofers. That 6-inch goes down to 0.3 cubic feet inside of a sealed enclosure.
This is meant for a mid-range driver and lower, right? This is not meant to be like part of a component set. This is, I mean, you can tell it's not.
No, this is a subwoofer.
This is a subwoofer.
This is a woofer.
Snappy,
component.
tight. You know. Oh yeah, I get it.
Yep,
Nice.
and an 8-inch. So an 8-inch gets you into a half of a cubic foot sealed.
Half of a cubic foot.
Half of a cubic foot. So now application windows just got huge because this thing can go any place and it can start doing those fun installs. And again, even inside this brand, I make the double 12 box, but not everybody has the space, want, or desire for that. Some people are just looking and saying, hey, I need just a little bit more low end, or I can't give up this space.
Yeah, it's called a wife.
That's exactly what it is.
I'm just saying.
In my case, it's called the kids.
The kids, the dogs, the wife, whatever it is. But
yeah,
like
the other application I look at these for is OE replacement stuff. In factory location enclosures that are already in vehicles that are usually fairly low power handling subwoofers, these will actually fit, and then we can upgrade power and add bigger amplifiers.
I guarantee you guys are putting 4 of these under the back bench of a pickup.
Yeah, it's happening. Just go onto our forums.
It must.
Following
look
that
at
we
that.
have.
That's what it says.
It's
okay.
Great. One last thing I want to say about these is they do work really well in a low-tuned vented enclosure. So if you've got a little bit of space, and I say a little bit of space, I'm going to take you on the 8 from a half a cube to 0.6 cubed to go.
How dare you?
You can, right. Get taking all that space, but you could get that low-end tune, that low-end hertz that you're looking for, just by adding that into a vented enclosure.
But what's the power handling on these guys? I'm curious.
So a 6-inch is 500 watts, and an 8-inch we can take you to 600. So if you're matching these up with some of our amplifiers, we got them where they will pair up just perfectly with some of the mono blocks that we have inside this series.
And that is an RMS rating, not a peak rating.
Very nice.
Yes. So you're
look
good.
Like they can take it.
You're good. Then, as you can see there, we got the fancy speaker terminals on there to make it easy for
that the spring load?
They grip.
Yeah.
We call them compression because we use fancy words.
Oh, compression. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. So there you go. Those woofers, and then it is a cast aluminum basket.
Aluminum basket.
About the minute. Yeah. Yep. So again, we've added value-added features to talk about and to show on this product, not just something that says, "Hey, we bought this," and try to sell it. Moving on to those guys and on to this Blackout series, here is something that we are very excited about. We hit on this a little bit last time, but this Blackout series from Euphoria, the EWX woofers, we take that, you said it a minute ago, Ben, I think we get something that's clean, sexy, sophisticated here in this woofer. We make product in other brands that is very flashy, very in your face, but our feedback from our dealers brought us to what this woofer is today. This clean look, that Blackout. I'm in love with what this woofer does.
It's stealthy. Like if I had black rims on my truck, those are the subs I'd put in.
There you go.
Just matches.
I think they look great with just about any rim because you have chrome rims, they're going to highlight it. Yeah, if you have aluminum, brushed aluminum, they're going to look great. So I'm happy to put these in any rims.
The this EWX new Blackout series has been one of our top selling DB drive woofers since they came out this year. They perform well. They sound good. They have gobs of power handling, to put it simply. they're a fabulous woofer for anybody that's looking.
I'm impressed, Ernie. I'm telling you right now, and I've seen a lot of this stuff now, as you can imagine. But immediately what catches my eye, but the products you've shown so far, is the attention to detail. Like, that pattern design that's kind of got a relief to it in the middle of the dust. I mean, that stuff makes a difference.
It does. It helps a consumer when they're looking at this on a retailer's sales floor to find something that stands out. It's not just another woofer on the board. All those little details, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, because this stuff isn't something that passes through our research and development team lightly. Our guys put a lot of attention into those details to make sure that it's something, first of all, that people want, and second of all, that it's something that makes the product tick up in its value, whether that is just in appearance or in performance. But all the things we talk about are extras that come on this product, not just stuff that we do because somebody else did it or whatever. This is stuff that we develop in-house and make it unique for our dealers. Some of the features there, you're looking at a 3-inch high temperature voice coil. We all know what that can do and how that helps. But Kelly talked about power handling. 140 ounce ceramic ferrite magnet. These things can handle the go juice. They're ready to go. High grade, low carbon steel baskets. So these things are not going to flex. You're not going to have any issues. They're built to be heavy. They're built to be bulletproof. High excursion spider design. Whenever you've got all that power going into that woofer, it's got to be able to handle it. It's got to be able to perform. So again, just those little extra details that maybe we could save a little bit of money by not doing that, but we choose to put the extra features inside these products so that our customers don't have issues with it. Even if it's only a small percentage that we say, you know what, we know we could cheapen up here a little bit, save a few dollars, and put out this inferior product, and it would probably be fine. But for the small segment that would have issues with that, we can avoid these problems by just putting this attention to detail in there. And we are heavily driven. You mentioned earlier, we'll talk a little bit later. We're heavily driven in these forums and buyer consumers feedback online and through social media. So we want to make sure that the impact that they give back to us is positive. And adding a few details like this make a huge difference in the way that the product is consumed and the way that the customer is happy with it. That 1.5-inch high roll foam surround, again, when that thing's out there doing its job, you're not going to have failure issues at that point. And the same thing here, we got a large gauge push button speaker terminals. So same thing, you can make these connections very solid with your speaker wire connections, and they hold very well. SPL on these guys is amazing. You can get these things out and really, really drive them. Handle lots and lots of power. Available in a dual 2 or a dual 4 ohm configuration. And again, I just want to point out that blacked out cosmetic.
Sweet.
I'm in love with this thing. It's
what sizes, Ernie? What sizes?
So I can get you an 8, a 10, a 12, and a 15 in this series.
Okay.
So again, it's a complete line.
Yeah,
it's something that go ahead, Kelly.
I can talk. Not only do they, when you talk about a woofer, woofers usually do SPL really good, or they do audio quality really good. These seem to do both very good. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't matter which direction your consumer is looking. These have the ability to handle lots of power, yet they'll still sound good doing it, which makes them very versatile in any store.
And look good doing it.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Looks good doing it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So one thing that we are very excited about is the Expert product. And again, with Importel, they are in a very, very unique position to have this product. We guard this Expert product with our life. We're very proud of it. We know what it does, and we know what we've got here. Again, product that we've developed, something that's unique in the industry. We'll talk about some features, but and Kelly and I can banter a little bit about the applications for this. This is a 6.5 that I'm showing you the picture, and that's got a 2-inch voice coil in it. A rear-mounted full-size compression driver. So on the look at this, on the back of that, yep, Yep, you get it. That thing is going to allow lots and lots of volume.
Yeah, I
to
was just
come
gonna
out of
say
that.
this is gonna be loud.
Yes, that's
Yes.
exactly right.
Okay.
A die-cast aluminum basket with radial venting. So this thing is vented and cooled all the way around. One thing that we all realize that the only thing that makes anything blow up is heat. Now, how that heat produced can come from a lot of different places, but heat is a big issue when it comes to these products. So if you look there, that thing has venting all the way around to help keep the speaker cool. If it's going to drive and handle all that power and give all that volume, we need to make sure that it can do it and remain cool. 1.4-inch polyester tweeter diaphragm. So just not to side rail here, but one thing I want to point out on this is polyester. Polyester is something that is used in high-end home audio, and it's not something that you may typically associate with a very high volume car audio, motorcycle, ATV, UTV type speaker. So what we've done here is found an application that we can put this material in this speaker and knock off some of the harshness that typically comes in something that can play this loud. So it's a very smooth sounding speaker. It's very loud, but maintains high fidelity without hurting your ears. And we've all been to car shows, or we've seen or listened to these stereos that have this loudspeaker, motorcycle shows that have these loudspeakers inside them. And something that's kind of fun to do is stand around and watch the crowd sometime. And maybe the crowd is not the type of folks that have this in their own personal vehicle. So when these people turn on their demos, they may not know what to expect. So what happens is one of two things. Either someone cranks something up very loud and you see everybody kind of take a step back and turn their head away, which is an instant reaction to that's loud and it sounds bad and it hurts my ears. Or you see somebody turn something on, it gets super loud, and they step forward with anticipation and excitement because it has a concert environment. It's something that they enjoy, and it's super loud, but it's not painful. Having these small details again and adding this polyester tweeter, that's what we accomplish. It makes that experience of high volume music enjoyable. And that's one of the reasons, if you go again to the forums and you look at what's happening inside the motorcycle world with these speakers, that's the accolades that they're giving us. And that's no short accomplishment to Danny and Robert for putting these products together. They've done a great job bringing us products that we can sell. And I'm talking here about a 6.5, but this range, I've got 8s, I've got 10s, I've got products built with different materials. I got different power handling capabilities, and we'll may talk about some of that later. But this product right here got us started and got us going. And this is what you want to pay attention to. The 12 dB passive crossover is included inside the box. We give you the grills inside the box. We got an IP52 rated paper cone. So if this thing is on a motorcycle and catches a little bit of rain, you're not going to worry about the whole thing failing because of that. Just a lot of features packed into a product that right now is commanding a lot of attention in the market.
All right.
Yeah.
Kelly,
we're seeing this market grow considerably in Canada lately, with the not only seeing this stuff in the marine or motorcycle type applications, but in car application. The pro audio scene is growing incredibly fast over the last couple of years. I looked at the pro audio scene when it first came out and went, "Oh, that's not for me. I don't get it. I don't understand what this is all about and why everybody needs to have, the loudest thing going." But now I see it as our dealers are going, I've got guys walking through the door and he wants to buy 80 speakers.
Yep.
Not 4, 80 for one vehicle.
Yeah, I see.
And they're putting 60, 40, 60, 80 multitudes of speakers in one vehicle.
There's 12. They put 12 6s in a door panel.
Yes.
But that's profit, and this is growing.
Oh, it absolutely is. 100%.
And this segment, as much as our dealers, some dealers like me in the beginning looked at it and went, I'll never sell this stuff. I don't get it. And now I'm going, I can't wait to get more of these dealers on board because they figured it out. It's profitable. It may not be what they're looking to do as a dealer. It may not be their, their lane, but that lane's coming. And they probably should try to shift into it a little bit.
Probably a good idea.
It's there and it's growing.
Mm-hmm.
And we've seen the growth over the last 2 to 3 years. It just keeps getting bigger. And that's in the Canadian marketplace, not, this isn't down south I'm talking about. I'm talking about in the Canadian marketplace. We're starting to see this grow dramatically.
Yeah, car audio, I think, is having a little bit of a resurgence right now. A lot of guys are all about it. Maybe a little bit, coming back, definitely. And hopefully they're teaching their kids and say, this is enjoyable. It's a cool pastime. It's a cool hobby. Enjoy your sound. So was there more slides to go on the presentation?
I got one more piece I want to talk to you guys about, and that's this ES9 component set. Again, a product that Importel and Kelly do a really good job with up there. 6.5-inch component speaker, but most importantly, what we talk about is going to be summarized very well inside this component set about value-added features. I'm happy, excited, and I've done it to take this ES9 speaker and put it against some of the brands that have a deserved reputation of being a high-end type of product. Put it on your board, put it in your car, see what this thing sounds like. Give it a fair shake, because what typically happens is I find the dealer takes this speaker, puts it on a board beside of brand XYZ, and can't hear an audible difference that makes a discernment to say this one is better than the other one. Now, both of those types of speakers are going to want to be tuned correctly. They're going to want the right source going to them, and to make sure that anytime you get into a higher end product, you want to make sure that everything's just right. But if you do that for both brands and you A/B them back and forth, you're going to recognize what this speaker is all about. So the difference here comes down to just one word, and that's price. Price for the dealer and price for the consumer.
So can we stop? What is the retail price of this, Kelly? We're talking about just so we can have an understanding.
Put him on the spot.
About $4.99 Canadian.
It's what I do, Ernie.
Okay. About $4.99 Canadian.
Okay, so we're talking about let's call
under
it
$500.
Under $500 set, because there's certainly a ton of options more than $500 out there, as we all know.
A ton of options.
Yeah.
And let's A/B those. Let's talk Canadian dollars, because I don't understand exchange rate. So let's go Canadian dollars. Say $500. And bring in your $800, $900 Canadian products, and try to A/B these things. I will happily get in the ring with these products, and I'll hold my own. The difference is price. What we're going to do is we're going to give you a product that's going to perform at that high-end level. And as a dealer, your profit margin just expands, because you can sell this product for less than what you're used to selling products XYZ for, maintain the same performance, but make more money while you do it. And at the end of the day, that's why we're all in business. And the great thing is the consumer is happy, because they're looking on the board and they're seeing product XYZ at this price, and they're seeing Euphoria falling significantly below what that retail price might be, but very happy with what the performance and the sound coming out of the speaker set is. And really that kind of summarizes what Euphoria is all about, is setting that expectation very high with performance. I want people to buy this brand and expect it to do what we're saying, because it will. And then I want them to look at their price list that they get and say, wow, I can make this type of margin. I'm not competing against this website and this website and Billy Bob Stereo at ebay.com. Those things are gone. So the added pricing and protection and profitability inside the retail location just keeps expanding when you look at this line. But specifically this ES9, 300-watt die-cast basket. Again, we're using a 1-inch aluminum magnesium polymer. And again, just doing the little extra steps by coating that tweeter with that magnesium polymer. Just that's one of the little secrets that helps to smooth that thing off and to make it dampen and sound just a lot better and get that frequency response to where it's that very pleasing sound to the ear, not that bright, harsh tone that maybe at this price point you want to make sure isn't there. That's what this product can do for you. We got a 1-inch high temperature voice coil on those guys. And if you look, we give screw terminals on these. So again, with the extra features, we treat the basket with an anti-resonant material. All the little extra things that you do, a 12 dB external crossover. That's a premium crossover at this price point. It's an ultralight hybrid glass fiber cone. So all those value-added features at a price that leaves tons of profit for a retailer on their sales floor.
All right. Is that it for the presentation?
That's it. Now, if I close it, I'll figure it out.
You don't need to close. Oh, yeah, you can close it and you can come and join the Land of the Living over here.
There we are.
All right.
Thanks for letting me do that, guys. I know that sometimes those presentations can get a little mundane, but it's important to know when you look at a brand like Euphoria that there are features and things that make a difference. I'm not one of those guys that wants to beat on, hey, we do this many watts and it's great to talk tech and spec, but we also want to talk about why it matters. And I hope that's what we're getting from this. And it is important to talk about some of those tech and spec at times to realize that there's a lot of stake behind the sizzle. There's something to this. It's very, very a substantive brand and a lot of integrity inside the product.
I have some comments, Kelly, unless you want to go first.
No, go ahead, Ben, then I'll follow in.
So here's my takeaways, because I like to share my takeaways, and you can debate what I'm about to say or not. But I feel I don't. It's not like I have the price list in front of me, so I have no real reference point. The only reference I had was that $500 for that component set. But here's what I will tell you, is that I can tell from the design and the fit and finish that this is a polished product from an engineering and design and execution and manufacturing standpoint. When you have details like that on dust caps, when you've got compression clips, when you've got all those little things. Add up, and it seems that every product that you've put in front of me, again, I have no idea what the price points are, but the details are there. The stitch in the cones, the extra high surrounds, the baskets. It doesn't matter what the power handling is, because I can already tell the power handling is going to be high, or else it wouldn't be designed like this. So I guess what I'm getting to is my impressions of Euphoria so far is a brand that cares about how their product looks and feels, and it comes off as polished. And if you're telling me that the price points are that much more interesting, that'll enhance that package from a dealer standpoint, then Kelly, I think you've got a winning product in your hands.
Yeah, we look at Euphoria like Ernie likes to, we like to talk about value. I like to talk about value adds. It's not necessarily it's a value product. It's really not. Its fit and finish is stunning. If you wanted to get into the tech and spec side of it, we can talk tech and specs with probably every manufacturer out there, and we can compete on a level without any problems. We'll put most of their products, and I have for years, put most of the Euphoria product against almost anybody on the market at higher pricing than our Euphoria brand. And we'll deliver better profits to the dealer at the end of the day. As a retailer, the Euphoria line makes sense in the new world. It's not a large 72-page catalog of products. It's a very well-oiled machine with its number of products it needs to do a job for every customer that walks through your door. And that's another thing. We talk about, on-time inventory or minimal inventory. Well, Euphoria can bring that to you, and you can have a whole line and probably stock a quarter of what other brands sell you to do the same thing. So to us, it's a very attractive line. It should be a very attractive line to the dealers out there that are looking to offer sometimes I pitch it as a house brand, because of it's harder to find. You find it usually on one site, and that's Euphoria's own site. And the retails are so good, you can use this as your house brand. You can get behind it, back it.
I mean, I think built into the whole how Euphoria has set this up is, I guess, if you become a Euphoria dealer and you want to go, you want to get in bed with Euphoria, there's a certain protection and exclusivity to the whole thing, isn't there, Ernie?
Well, there is the protections there because we guard the internet hard. There is zero internet policy. You're not allowed to sell the stuff online. We're not perfect. We do our best to police that. We actually use our dealer base as our police force. It's really simple. They send us links. We buy the product. Everything that we sell has got a serial number on it. We track it down and we cut people off. And that is that's something that when we made this decision 2 or 3 years ago with the whole internet thing, when Euphoria was coming to existence 5 or 6 years ago, what happened was we decided to not put this product online. Then 2 or 3 years after that, there was some product that was trickling out on the internet. And we had some tough decisions to make. And you never want to end relationships. But when you find that 1 or 2 bad eggs in the bunch, you gotta stop that. And what ended up happening was we found the people that were breaking the rules, that couldn't play by the rules that we had set, and we cut them off. And they cleaned up the marketplace substantially. It wasn't bad for Euphoria, but it got the 1 or 2 guys out of the weeds that were causing a headache for everybody else. And now when people send us something, it's very rare that somebody does something. Usually it's a mistake that somebody's put something online, or it's a one-off piece that maybe somebody listed a used piece on Craigslist or something. You rarely will find the product. So we do our best to safeguard this stuff online, keep it protected, and keep the value up there for the dealers. The internet's a great place, and we want to use the social media impact. We love that our people are online talking about this product. The passion, the following, the culture that's behind this product is astounding. And it's humbling to see and to read some of the things that people are using your product in the marketplace. They put it in their cars, they're putting it on their motorcycles, and they're using it, and they build such a passion for something that you are kind of the company behind of. You are the company behind of, and it makes you feel really good that that's what's out there. Now, I want to use the internet for that. I want that to be positive. And to have a great experience, but I don't want the internet to be the marketplace for things to be destroyed. And there's been a lot of lip service given by a lot of folks over, we're going to work on the internet, or we're going to do this. And we're not that company, and I'm not that guy. I'm not going to tell you that we're going to do something. I'm just going to do it. Mm-hmm. And that was the decision that was made when we went to no internet. And then 2 or 3 years ago, when we decided to clean it up, the meetings, and I give again a lot of praise to Robert and Pedro, the guys that own the company, that they allowed this to happen. When we said, hey, we're going to go zero internet, and that means that we may have to cut off people that we talk to every day, they said, go ahead, because we realized that, these 1, 2, 3 strikes, well, maybe we'll just look it over one more time, or, hey, you know what, we'll forget about it this time, but really, clean your room next time. That doesn't work.
No. Turn off the Wi-Fi.
Exactly. You either
turn off the
cut
Wi-Fi.
it off, or you don't. Maybe that's a little bit too black and white for some people. That's the way it is. You're doing it, or you're not.
Ernie, I got 1 minute left, and here's the question for you. I saved it for now. Great lineup, Black Series, everything great. What can we expect coming down the pipe?
Man, you're gonna see more product, more focused product. Let's say that. You're gonna see products that continue to develop that fit a need inside the marketplace. We use Euphoria as that focus SKUs for consumers. So inside, for example, that Expert series, you're going to continue to see high volume, high producing speakers that the culture is demanding. They're coming back to us and saying, hey, I need this in an 8. I need this in a 10. I need it built with this material. And we're going to deliver that. You're going to continue to see this product remain, Kelly said, a house brand. And I love that. You're going to see this product continue to develop as a brand that a guy can take inside his retail store and say, this is mine. This is something that I can bring inside my place. I can develop myself as a Euphoria account, and consumers are going to walk in, recognize that I'm a Euphoria account, recognize that I trust this brand, and be confident buying it from me. And you're going to continue to see us developing marketing materials and products inside Euphoria for those retailers on their sales floors. We want to help to make them successful every way possible and to make their job as easy as possible.
Well, that starts with great product, and it seems like that's what you have on the menu. So that was fun, Ernie. Thank you very much for the enlightenment.
I like being here. I enjoy hanging out with you guys.
I'm sure this won't be the last time. I have a funny feeling.
I hope not. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Ernie.
Take care. Have a good
Thanks,
one,
buddy.
Ernie.
Okay, bye.
I will see you.
Love that dude. But also the brand, man, like some pretty polished looking stuff. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, we think
I try to stay impartial, as you know, Kelly.
Absolutely.
I try to stay
We
impartial.
look like we feel like we have a diamond in the rough. It's one of those brands that, you know, it has value. It's very well developed. It's engineered. There's research and development that goes into building it. It's proven. If, like he mentions internet stuff, if you look at the guys that are on the internet and talking about this brand, it's nothing but praise.
It's got a pretty good online reputation.
It performs incredibly well. It's not a Me Too. It's a product that's going to continue to grow in Canada and take some market share.
I think you're going to do well with it. So thanks for coming on and talking to us about Euphoria.
All right, buddy.
I guess I'll see you. Did we go through the motions yet, or do we need to go? No, we need to go through some motions.
Yeah, we'll do. We can throw out the specials one more time. Absolutely. Why wouldn't we? Free stuff. Everybody likes free stuff, right?
Who doesn't like free stuff?
Absolutely.
All right. So here we go. Let's start with this guy right here. Talk about it. Lead into it. I'm about to bring up JVC.
Okay, let's start. We're going to start by talking and giving. We're going to give someone a chance to win one of the new JVC KWZ 1000W, the 10.1 inch screen. To enter for this, if you're watching, you need to enter. You need to give us promo code CMA JVC. It gets emailed to webmaster@importel.com, and we need your full name, the company you currently work for, and a contact information. We will. It goes to March 31st, and we'll draw it on April 5th.
Wait,
something we learned today. Well, something we learned today that we didn't have as this morning, but now we do. We're also going to give away with this thanks to our partner SiriusXM. They've provided a SXV 300 and 1 year's free service to go along with this giveaway. So that'll also be included with it.
Awesome. So full package, JVC 10-inch, SiriusXM service for a year, and the SSV 300 to connect it all together. And all you got to do is email webmaster@importel.com, mention promo code CMAJVC. March 31st is your deadline, and the draw is on April 5th. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more. How about that?
So also till March 31st is the deadline for this. It's one order per customer that's watching. So we will honor one order. We will provide a 5% discount on that order on all discountable products that we sell. Promo code is CMAIW-IMP5. When placing web orders, please put that into your comment section, and we'll process it from there, and you'll get a 5% discount.
5% off, guys. CMAIW-IMP5. And last but not least, make sure you tune in Thursday.
So here's a little teaser for everybody. Thursday, we have Arc Audio and Fred Lynch from 7 to 8:30 p.m. I suggest you be there because we're going to have an exclusive prize, and it's a good one. So it'd be worth watching just to make sure you have the promo code.
Sounds like a plan. All right, Kelly. Another one
Awesome,
in the
buddy.
books. Hope everybody enjoyed that one. Thank you so much to Ernie Welch from Euphoria for joining us. And I'll see you on the next one, Cal.
Absolutely. Actually, I think you got Ramesh. You'll see Ramesh.
Yeah, but I'm still going to get you. We're not done yet.
Yeah, you'll see me again.
I know.
We're here for a while.
We're here for a minute. All right. There you have it, guys. Cool session on Euphoria products. Sounds like a cool opportunity with some very well-engineered and good-looking product. take a look at it. Another great offering from Importel. Off to the next session. We're off to the races, continuing on with Importel this afternoon. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.